Hey everyone, this is Ian with AlphaCars, and today I have this Oldsmobile for your consideration. This is a 1999 Oldsmobile 88, and this only has 23,000 miles on it. And as you can already tell, this car is really a survivor that was treated nicely and that was really preserved. And in this video, we're gonna do a thorough inspection on it and go over its condition. If you're new to AlphaCars, welcome to the channel. We share daily motoring content, so definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. But now, let's take a closer look at this Oldsmobile. Starting out on the exterior, it is a sunny day, so you will see, really any imperfections if there are any. The glass is in amazing condition. The roof, you can see even all the chrome trim. Rear window, paint on the trunk. And we'll go back to the nose of the car. And one thing you won't find on this car are rock chips or really any heavy pitting or anything. It's really, really amazing. And this car, all service is up to date, tires are in great shape. This Oldsmobile is really ready to enjoy. I mean, it is a luxury car, especially of its time, but it's really a luxury car with a low cost to run it. And the antenna, you can pull up by hand there if your radio station isn't coming in as clear as you'd like. So that's a nice little feature there. Now going down the passenger side, same thing, it just all presents quite beautifully. And even all the rubber moldings, you can see they're really not faded, they're not cracked or like kind of disintegrating. Even a lot of cars made in the 2010s, all this rubber, depending on how the car's treated, even pretty recent cars, this rubber will literally crumble in your hand. So that's just another very impressive thing. And now let me open the door and hit the trunk pop button. We'll start in the trunk and make our way through the interior of this Oldsmobile. Immediately, even looking in the trunk is very impressive. Checking out even the front corners of the trunk lid, the trunk jams, everywhere where usually dirt and debris will accumulate and start the process of rusting the body once it kind of works its way or eats its way through the protective clear coat. All very clean, no corrosion to speak of, as you can clearly see on video. And even the trunk gasket, it's all, as you can see, it's very pliable. It responds, kind of rebounds back to where it should be. Just all very, very impressive. And then we've got original floor mats. You can see nice striping done on them by our detailer. Checking out the front mats, really don't even look used, as with the rest of the car. Putting those aside for a second, very clean trunk. And if we pick up on the trunk floor here, if I do this correctly, you can see there's some sound deadening. And then we have this panel that hides our original spare wheel. So if I keep unscrewing this, I was just looking to make sure I'm not dropping a tire underneath the car. Then I can sneak the camera under and show you it has the original space saver. And now that that's tightened back up, there's even kind of like, there's a how-to guide on the spare tire cover of how to change your tire. That is pretty cool. I don't think I've really seen that before. I'm sure maybe there's a guide inside your car's owner's manual, but to have it just ready to go kind of right in your face, so to speak, if you do have to change a wheel and access that. That is pretty cool, if you ask me. So now that we've taken really a very detailed look at the trunk, almost as, I think, detailed as you could be looking at a vehicle trunk, let's make our way in the interior. Really a time capsule in here. We see protective plastic we put down after detailing it to preserve the carpet after we worked our magic there. And this car, it really needed almost nothing. When we received it, really just some thorough detailing. And we looked over it mechanically, did any services required, and it really didn't need a whole lot. Like I said, we have dealt with and have received many vehicles that are considerably newer than this that need, you know, a whole lot of reconditioning or a whole lot of mechanical work. And even checking out the bottom of the doors, the door edges, this is really, if you want to look at a car, especially a car in New England, these door edges are some of the first spots to show corrosion, as salt and road debris like to accumulate there. And a lot of times on those corners of the panels, that's where the paint is the thinnest as well. Even look at the kick panels here. They're just in such nice condition. Thing with the door card, and we can see ashtray perfectly clean, really was never used. Before I shut this door, I will show you this door as well. You can see it presents the same. Passenger door, we can see the dash. There's no cracking or really wear of any kind to speak of. Passenger seat in beautiful condition. I will say these seats are crazy comfortable. As I step in here, we can see all the controls. I need to block some of the sun here to kill the glare for you. But it really, I mean, I don't like to use the term often, but it almost looks factory fresh. All these controls is not one little bit of wear, and that the plastic is like that deep kind of gloss color it should be. Not really weathered in any way. And then we have a nice switch here. Looks like you can turn off the trunk release as a form of security. So you could turn that off, lock your glove box, and then no one's able to get in your trunk unless they have your key, because of course the trunk has a key lock on it too. And we even have the original owner's manual. Very cool. 1999 88. See all the pages present nicely there, no like water damage. So that's really cool. Even like this wood trim finish here, it just looks very nice. And now that I've shown you everywhere but the driver's seat, I will just show you the passenger door here, all very nice. Now I'll get in the driver's seat and I'll start it up and go over just some of the functions that all work beautifully, by the way. Here's the passenger door card, electric driver's seat controls. I love all these switches. Like look at this switch here. I believe this is to adjust the mirrors if I'm not mistaken. And same thing looking at the driver's door, all very nice. So now if I get in here, shut the door, my electric seat works beautifully. I'm putting this back because I'm in a bit more room here. 2 sets of keys with this car, all original keys. You can see the GM logos on there. Well, these two are original, and we've got the original GM key. We can see they have the chips in them. In this car, I forget what the package is called, but it has the remote locking, like the key fob, which $19.99, that's really awesome. Now if I block this glare for you, you can see the gauges, the plastic, kind of clear plastic over the gauges looks beautiful. It's crystal clear. So when this car was detailed, it was, you know, detailed correctly. That wasn't marred up by being too aggressive or using the wrong methods. And now we're gonna start it up. Beautiful. Let me turn the blower down here. You can see that that all works nice. We're on AC, all the way cold. So I'm trying to block the glare for you there. And the clock works beautifully. Radio sounds good as well. I can't really show you that because I can't play copyrighted music on YouTube here. And I love these adjusters. How you don't get these in cars anymore, really. At least not cars I'm aware of that style. I miss that style from these types of cars. So we can just really see even the steering wheel, no wear to speak of. AC is blowing nice and cold, nice and quiet, the blower motor. All you hear is the wind rushing. And we can see, if this will zoom in, 23,797 miles. And that blinking there, the display works perfectly. That's just due to the camera. And now let's pop the hood while it's running. And this hood actually has pneumatic struts. So if you know where the latch is, you pull it and one-handed comes right up. First taking a look at the bottom or underside of the hood. Beautiful shape, even that fire blanket there or the insulation. Look how silky smooth this engine's running. You can see it's idling. I don't see any sort of shake in it. All the plastics, everything is in beautiful shape. You can even see the hardware of the fenders. Doesn't look touched. All very, very nice. And welcome to the underbody segment of the Oldsmobile. Before we are closing out this video, I did want to show you the underbody because it's so impressive. Really no rust at all. There is a little bit of maybe just some slight, you could call maybe surface rust or surface pitting on some of the exhaust, which of course is normal for a vehicle of this age. But nothing, it's all surface. You know, this car, with the age it has, you would imagine what you know, a vehicle used in the winter would look like after only a couple of years. And this is the original exhaust. And then the rest of the body, you can see, is in such nice shape. That orange kind of hue you can see, we did an amber coating on this vehicle. So we did a light clean and then an amber coating. It's a light, kind of clear coating that has that amber hue to it. So you know, it's not like masking anything or hiding anything. It's just a light coating that's going to protect the surface from you know, the elements that like to start the corrosion that we all don't want on our vehicles. But even all the paint of the subframes, the control arms, it's so impressive how clean and cared for this car is. You can see the rear control arms, even the rear springs, not an ounce of even surface rust on those. Really very impressive. And we can see as well, of course you can find all the technical data in our listing on our website, where you can see how nice those tires are as well. Now that they're off the ground, very, very nice condition. And just one last thing, I'll just focus on the pinch welds for 1 second. That kind of amber orange hue, that is not rust, that is the coating that we applied to the vehicle. And we can see even the pinch welds, they're not bent up or damaged in any way. So even while this vehicle was serviced, you know, it was still in caring hands who really knew, you know, kind of what they were doing, how to properly lift the vehicle. And just showing you the bottom of the engine and transmission pan. You can see everything is nice and dry with no leaks. So now that we've seen the underbody, I'll give some final comments. If I may have missed anything, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to respond. Or give us a call at 978-263-9000. Check out the listing for this car. You can view pricing and availability there. It'll be very clear if the car is still available. on there. It's just one click away to learn that information, so definitely check that out. It's linked in this video and in the description down below. But thank you for watching this video, and this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough location. Please leave a like and subscribe so then you don't miss out on future motoring content.